It's Super Thursday! Woo! And it's Oktoberfest for 3 more days.
Yeah, really. We're kind of
coming late.
Coming to the tail end of it.
But it's September.
It's September. Yes, Oktoberfest traditionally, or this year, it starts September 22nd and ends on October 7th. But originally, in 1810, it was October 12th through the 17th.
Yeah.
And it was the celebration of Prince Ludwig and Princess Theresa von Sachsen-Hildburghausen.
Who?
Wow. Well done.
Yes.
How do you like that, Bill?
I'm impressed.
How do you like that?
So, but they got married. They had this big week-long party. They finished it with a horse race. It was pretty awesome.
Which is how you.
So then they were like, "Hey, this party was kind of cool. Let's do this again next year." So they did it every year. But eventually they lengthened it and they moved it into September because the nights were warmer, and so they were like, "Hey, let's have a party at night."
Yep.
3-week difference makes all the difference.
Yeah,
Seriously.
it just totally cuts into
Germany.
it. So
Germany, yeah.
But yeah, so we generally kind of don't pay much attention to Oktoberfest here at New Thursday, just because it's also the week before GABF.
There's a lot going on this time of year.
So we've never been. I'd love to go. One of these times we'll have to head our way out there.
It's kind of like the most epic beer party imaginable.
So we're celebrating Oktoberfest here with the Spaten Oktoberfest.
Which is the original Oktoberfest.
The original.
It's the original. It's the classic. I mean,
They've been brewing since 1397.
First.
So it was probably the one that was actually made for Prince Ludwig and his lovely bride.
Yes.
You're drinking
Who,
history
I'm sure at that time was not very lovely.
in the
They were not very attractive women back then.
semi-dirty glass.
Hey!
So
yes,
Prost!
Prost.
We even have mugs or steins, whatever you want to call them.
Oh, gotta love Oktoberfest, man. I look forward to this time of year every single year just because it's such a delicious,
Little nutty,
It's a bit nutty.
Yep. It's a little nutty.
definitely malty,
Yeah.
for lack of a better word.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very all forward. It's just like a really wonderful amber,
Now, this
German
is
amber lager.
typically the Oktoberfest is basically just a Marzen, correct?
It is a Marzen.
Yeah.
From what I understand, the terms are interchangeable.
Interchangeable.
Just depends on who you're talking to.
A Marzen is generally brewed in March to sit in the cool caves or whatever throughout the hot summer.
Yeah,
So that they have it ready by October,
By
since
the
they
Oktoberfest.
can't really brew during this hot summer months.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Yeah, well, and it's one of those things. If you
Which
go,
is why they're more malt forward, so that they can ferment longer and last longer and all that kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
exactly. And there's actually, come to think of it, I think depending on who you ask, like I think I can't remember which Oktoberfest or Marzen, but one of them is slightly stronger. Like one tops out at about 6.2, 6.3%, where
one's
the
5.9.
other,
Yeah.
tops off at like 5.5 or something like that. So I think
Now-
Oktoberfest is actually the stronger one.
There are plenty of Oktoberfest style beers in the U.S. and craft breweries, and they're all very tasty. They're all very delicious. Traditionally, though, there are only 5 producers of actual Oktoberfest beer.
That's true.
So I think it's like Spaten, Polliner, Lowenbrau,
Hockershore,
Hockershore, and there's one more that I can never remember.
Hofbrau.
Hofbrau, thank you. And so,
I knew none of that.
but yeah, so those are the 5 traditionals, and anything else. And I think Lowenbrau and Hofbrau are not available in the United States.
Right. Well, I think Hofbrau you can get at the Hofbrau House.
Yeah, but is it a watered down version of the
Vegas? I don't believe so.
Okay.
I don't know. My only Hofbrau House experience was
It involved 6 prostitutes, and they were all men.
it was foggy.
awkward.
It was what?
Oh wait, that was my experience at the Hofbrau. Sorry.
I don't even think that happens. I think you're mistaking the Hofbrau House for just Las Vegas in general.
A whorehouse?
Well, yeah, that's what Vegas is. The
whorehouse
I mean, I
house?
go to my beer places in Las Vegas, but I bring all my prostitutes with me.
Oh man, you roll with an entourage.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you do it. That's
I'm
how you-
New Thursday, bitches.
Yeah, actually, at my Hofbrau House experience, I did get spanked. That's pretty common there.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Hofbrau House is a German. You can get like German sausages and German fare and
Yeah, I mean
German beer.
Big. It's a beer hall. It's like
Yeah.
all the picnic
It's like out
tables,
across from the
type
Hard
of
Rock
thing.
Cafe.
Yeah, right across from the Hard Rock.
Yeah.
And it's epic, and it's actually kind of funny because when the first time I went to the Hofbrauhaus, I was like, just kind of getting into craft beer, stuff like that, and I was like, lager, bleh. But I had just the Hofbrau, just standard lager, which I believe is a Helles, and I was like, this is amazing. That's the thing that I remember the most, that and the spanking.
That and the spanking.
Yeah. Like
I wish I could end every sentence that way. Well, you know, that and the spanking.
That's the spanking.
Well, speaking of spankings, we're going to head off to a Master Pairings, and we're going to continue our
That was a link.
Oktoberfest theme and do Chicken Schnitzel. Not that I'm telling you what to edit, but, you know, it seems to make sense, right? Yeah, so go enjoy some Chicken Schnitzel. I know I did.
Hey everyone, welcome to another Master Pairings with me, your host, Bill Sysak. I have Stephen Johnson from New Brew Thursday here today. Stephen, it is the end of September, and you know what that means.
Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest, so let's drink a Belgian Triple. I love Oktoberfest. I used to go a lot in the late 80s and 90s. Now, unfortunately, the Oktoberfest beers that you get here are these kind of table or session beers that they serve. They've had to dumb them down for the masses because of the rampant drunkenness that they have there. I mean, you could literally walk from Oktoberfest and you'll see people passed out all along the routes for a couple kilometers. So they call them I think I can't remember the name, but something dead, drunken dead, something like that.
Right.
So today we're going to do a wonderful chicken schnitzel. So we're going to give a little love to Germany, but we're going to do a St. Feuillien Triple, which is an 8.5% Belgian Golden Ale, Abbey Ale, as they call it. Cheers, Stephen.
Cheers.
It's a lovely beer. Has nice, little bit of sweetness. A little dry bitterness on the end, but it also has anise or kind of like hints of licorice in there. Mm-hmm. Plays really well. It's going to go really well with this chicken schnitzel. A little bit about Oktoberfest. You know, we celebrate, as most Americans, I should say, celebrate Oktoberfest in October. But
it starts, about 4 days ago?
It starts mid-September,
yeah.
Ends the first week of October. So, for example, at Stone, I'll only serve true Munich Oktoberfest beers, and I'll only serve them during that period. I won't serve them on October.
Mid-October, right.
Yeah, exactly. But that's just because I'm a purist. I mean, a lot of people will serve them all whenever and cash in and have Oktoberfest parties in October. If I was ever going to have one, it'd be September for sure. Anyway, sorry about that. So we've got this really nice...
hardcore, Bill.
We've got this really nice lemon caper cream sauce on this chicken schnitzel, some great mashed potatoes, some sautéed vegetables, onions, different types of squash, zucchini.
Now, what specifically are we pairing here? Because, I mean, there's several different flavor profiles here.
Well, the beauty of it is, with this particular beer, it's going to pair with all of them.
Very nice.
But I'm going to grab a knife because it is chicken schnitzel. So chicken schnitzel is simply a hammered out chicken breast that is breaded with a lot of nice spices and herbs.
Very tasty.
So you can see it really accentuates the, I think there's thyme on there, a little bit of the thyme, the herbs will really come out and jump out at you.
Oh yeah. Brings out some of the breadiness of the beer as well.
Goes beautifully with the potatoes and cream sauce. Actually brings out little notes of garlic in it. What I like about pairing beers with a complete meal is beers have the complexity to pair with different areas of a meal. One of the funnest things I like to do during Thanksgiving, though, because there's so many unique courses that are put out, or not really courses, but areas that are put out. You know, you have your candied yams, you have your mashed potatoes, you have your cranberry sauce or relish. You have your turkey, of course, your dressings, different stuffings. So I like to put out a selection paired with each thing. But there are beers like this, which you could imagine would go really well with all those different characteristics.
Right.
What were you going to say, Stephen?
I really like the vegetables with this. Yeah. This is it brings out like a sweetness to the beer.
Okay.
That I like a lot. So, but this is fantastic. I'm not a big fan of German fare because a lot of it creeps me out, like the Schweinehaxen. Like, really? Why do people eat pig knuckle? That's gross.
Well, you know, all parts of the pig are great. You just haven't had them the right way. If you've had them pickled, I could see where that might be a little odd. But if they pull that meat out and put it in...
There's like hair on it still, though.
Well, no, there's not hair on it. Don't listen to Steven. Okay, Steven. Just because your knuckles have hair on them doesn't mean...
Arr.
Anyway, so I love this beer. St. Feuillant's been around for a very long time.
What, 1873?
Well, the original Abbey, yes. The original Abbey's been around since 1100s, but of course they weren't continuously brewing, but they brought it back in. But it's a classic Belgian Triple. Very well received. They also do a double and quite a few other beers. They just came out with the Grand Cru. That was fabulous. But I really enjoy, this is one of my favorite Belgian triples, along probably with Westmalle and Triple Carmelite. As you can see from the glasses we're drinking out of.
And the St. Feuillien did the collaboration with Green Flash?
Yes. They've done two collaborations now. They've done the Beer de l'Amitié, which is kind of this beer, but there's Amarillo hops and extra spices added into it.
It's like the West Coast version of it?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. And then they just did a Black Saison, which is amazing, called the Friendship Beer. And it's really enjoyable. So if you guys get the opportunity to try that beer, I
Did they do that one with Green Flash or with...
Green Flash.
Didn't they also do one with Sierra Nevada?
Possibly. I'm not 100% sure on that. I know they're.
I know some Belgian brewery did a collaboration with Sierra Nevada.
I don't think it was St. Feuillien though. But cause Chuck has a really good relationship with the head brewer here and the owners. But yeah, the Friendship beer is just sensational. I had some with Chuck the other day, and I'm really looking forward to that getting out on the market. I'm sure it'll probably be at GABF, for example, for those of you lucky enough to go. We're filming this a couple of weeks before, so we're a little pumped up about it. You can tell how excited Steve is.
Yay!
Anyway, so anything wrong with this? Did you dislike it? Anything, comments, concerns?
It was horrible. You're a horrible pair of food and beer. I don't know why we have you on the show.
Oh, thank you. Anyways, yeah, I highly recommend it.
No, it was extremely delicious. This is, I think this is actually like, because I mean, we're coming into the holiday season, and I think that's when people feel more comfortable eating foods like this that are a little bit more rich, and like this is obviously not something you'd want to eat on a regular basis because this is
well, you don't want to eat it on 100-degree weather either,
right? So I mean, we're coming into that season, and I think these kind of pairings are great for the holiday season.
What I like about these kind of meals is with this kind of beer or a Belgian double or even a German Märzen or Doppelbock is they're pretty unique in the fact that they can pair with the different components on the plate, which is really fun. As I was saying about Thanksgiving earlier, I like to put out different beers for each of the things.
Right.
So I might put something out for the cranberry relish, I'd do something out for the stuffing. So there's a dozen beers out there. Might be a dozen wines out there too, but it's just really fun for people to try different things and see their expressions when all of a sudden they go,
these
wow.
style of triple beers though, like even like for me, Westmalle Triple is my Thanksgiving beer. I put that out as a table beer for everybody to drink while they're eating dinner.
Right.
I think that this style pairs perfectly with that whole, like you said, that whole meal encompassing pairing. So
right, it's very comforting. The beer is very comforting. It's nothing overly aggressive.
It hugs you. It tells you that you're awesome and amazing, and it tells you that it loves you.
And it goes great.
It reminds you that you're not alone, even though you are.
Of course, Stephen. So you've had some lonely Thanksgivings?
Forever alone and loving it.
All right. Well, usually I have pretty big dinners, and I usually invite all the gypsies and orphans. So you're more than welcome to come over to one of my dinners.
Nice.
This year. I'll have a big one out back. Anyways, I think this was a fabulous pairing, if I do say so myself.
Absolutely.
I highly recommend you experimenting with Belgian triples. They are great with so many things, from salads to eggs and bacon, believe it or not, to different seafoods. They go beautifully. I love the way triples work with rich shellfish like lobsters and clams and Not well, clams a little bit, but excuse me, crab, lobster and crab, and crustaceans.
Now, do you have this bottle at the bistro?
I usually have, we actually distribute this beer through Stone, so I'll either have it on draft or the bottle or some version of St. Feuillon on. Maybe I'll have the Ground Cru, maybe I'll have the Beer de l'Amity.
Okay.
When the Friendship Beers comes in, I'll probably have
So
that.
if you ever want to try this pairing, this is actually a dish that's served at the bistro, the chicken schnitzel.
It is. I had our chefs make it up.
This actual dish with this pairing and try it at Stone Bistro.
I was lazy today, so it worked really well.
Yeah, we're all lazy today. It's a lazy Saturday, so.
Anyways, thanks, Stephen.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching another Master Pairing, everyone. Cheers.
So we're back. Hello.
How was the schnitzel?
It was good. I didn't know what to expect when he said that, so I was like, chicken schnitzel from Stone. Okay.
I had a bite of it. It was good.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really hate on anything that's, battered and deep fat fried. That's kind of a rule in my life.
For the most part, yeah.
The other German fare that they normally, like the David from Australia, he's always trying to get me to eat Schweinehaxen, which is pig knuckle. And I'm like, no. It's not gonna happen.
How do you eat
my
a
friend.
damn knuckle?
Yeah, apparently it's
battered and deep fried.
Yeah, apparently it's like freaking delicious. But I'm like,
pigs are that fat where they have big old meaty knuckles?
Hey, don't hate on meaty knuckles.
They've got big old meaty everything. They're pigs. That's kind of their MO.
Who's the first pig knuckle eater?
Yeah, it's like who decided like, that knuckle looked mighty tasty.
God.
I imagine it was someone who was starving to death.
But there's
to eat.
There's tons of things like that you can look at to be like, who was the first person that thought that was a good idea?
But a knuckle?
Blood sausage.
Yeah.
A knuckle?
Yeah.
A knuckle. Come on.
Really.
Well, back in the day, they had to take advantage of every piece of meat on the animal. It wasn't like us wasteful Americans now, where we're like, yep, kill that animal and give me its bacon and send the rest of it to the,
Yeah, exactly.
But a knuckle? Come on.
Well, you eat like rump roast. That's like the cow's ass.
Okay. But a knuckle? A knuckle.
It's like the giblets. It's weird. It's kind of.
Anyway, so enjoy your Oktoberfest for this weekend. Go out and get the Spaten or Apollinaire. They're available everywhere.
Especially Spaten.
Everywhere fine beer is sold.
Yeah, I mean Spaten especially is available everywhere. So if you've never had,
I did have a hard time finding Apollinaire.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to do a side by side with both of them, but.
Yeah, but I mean Spaten. I mean, I found Spaten in Costco.
Yeah.
And it was cheap too. It was like $13 for 2 12-packs or something like that. It's
it's a pretty overall very drinkable, very tasty.
Mm-hmm.
It's very delicious.
Not
very
too sweet, not too hoppy. It's
it's the kind of beer you would drink out of a stein all day long in a tent.
Yeah, well, it reminds me of like a very light. This sounds weird, but like a light brown ale kind of.
I can see
light,
that.
sweeter brown ale kind of thing.
Yep.
So.
Speaking of amazing festivals, GABF is next weekend. So this is why right now we look semi-human. Next week we're going to be completely destroyed.
Yeah.
We are having our pre-GABF bottle share. I imagine there'll be a link, like a little bit.ly link or something right here that tells you how to go to the Facebook page to say if you want to go. It doesn't have to be bit.ly. I was just saying, like,
First
some
we have
shortened
to
link.
show this Master Pairings. Now we have to use bit.ly links.
I'll also be giving John some editing tips as far as like the actual encoding process, because whatever.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve.
Color correction.
Whatever I can do to help. So anyway, we'll have some way for you to check the show notes, whatever. But we do have a Facebook event page up. Let us know if you want to go. We are limiting the number of people because it's not our house. We're renting it. But we will be contacting you with the address if you can go. So let us know if you want to go.
We'll be epic.
And bring beer, because it's a bottle share. Not a come drink Uber Thursdays beer.
It's not a bottle. It's a bottle share, not a bottle drink.
Right. So bring some beer with you if you're coming.
Not a bottle take.
Bottle take. But we're also going to be doing a show at Odell's on Thursday. Quite possibly Prost on Friday. They still haven't gotten back to me. And then we're also going to be filming with Chris Black at Falling Rock on Thursday afternoon.
And what else are we doing on Thursday, Steve?
Thursday.
The midnight brunch,
Oh, the midnight breakfast at Euclid Hall. Yeah, for
It's going to be a long...
Thursday is going to be a really long day. But it's going to be amazing.
I didn't know about the midnight brunch.
Yeah, so we'll be doing some B-roll there. And also Saturday at GABF is Dr. Bill's magical tasting, and it's worth every penny to get into it. And it's also worth being in a basement that is 3,000 degrees and full of sweaty men looking for beer.
And women.
There were ladies in there last time.
There was one, and I think she was really scared.
Right.
There wasn't. He's exaggerating.
Yes, I'm exaggerating.
There was
That's what I
at
do.
least 2.
Yeah, the beer wench was there. So, so anyway, we look forward to seeing you guys at GABF next weekend. Hit us up, say hi, let's have a beer together. That would be awesome. And until then, stay safe and drink beer.
Prost.
Prost.
Well,
Right?
big ass clinky, like.
I really just want to smash these together and break them.